Frozen is a worldwide phenomenon. The two movies are among Disney's biggest hits and are loved by all age groups. The first Frozen movie was released 10 years ago and dominated at the box office, as well as with the song Let It Go. The sequel, Frozen 2, was just as successful in 2019. Of course, this raises one question in particular. When will Frozen 3 be released? Production is already in full swing, and there is currently a good chance that Frozen 3 will hit theaters in 2025. Find out all the latest details about the sequel to the animated adventure in this preview. Of course, many people are wondering what the plot of Frozen 3 will consist of. Disney is still working on this at present, so there is no official information yet. Nevertheless, there are some plausible ways in which the story could continue. For example, there is a new love story in the pipeline. Queen Anna seems to have settled her life with Kristoff, but something also seems to be in the offing for Elsa in the second part, namely with the Northuldran girl Honeymaren. Elsa voice actress Idina Menzel already stated in the run-up to Frozen 2 that the relationship between the two seemed to point to a love story in the third part. And we all know, love is an open door. Hopefully we'll see Anna and Kristoff's wedding. After all, they got engaged at the end of the second part. Perhaps the two of them will also have royal offspring who will play a role in Frozen 3. Some speculate that Hans could make a comeback as a villain and is plotting to overthrow the two sisters while in exile. He is the youngest of the 12 brothers from the royal family of the Southern Isles. He will certainly not be able to enter Arendelle as easily, but the Enchanted Forest has opened up a new path for him. A very far-fetched but nevertheless exciting theory would be that Anna has secret powers that she doesn't know about yet. There is speculation on the internet that Anna may have the ability to control fire. The movies do provide some clues. For example, the fact that Anna has reddish hair, while Elsa has white hair to match her ice powers. Their personalities also match their abilities. While Elsa appears calm and reserved and appears somewhat cold, Anna is vibrant and impulsive. The interaction of ice and fire could lead to a lot of chaos, and this scenario would certainly make for a captivating plot. No matter how exactly the storyline turns out in the end, we are certain that Snowman Olaf is sure to make us laugh a little. As long as this fan favorite is around, hardly anything can go wrong, right? Before the new movie hits cinemas, another adventure from the Frozen world is being released, a 12-part podcast with the title Forces of Nature. This podcast picks up on the events of the second film and is intended to connect to Frozen 3. It is about the chaos caused by mysterious copper machines in the forest. Anna and Elsa are faced with the task of solving the mystery of these machines and receive support from old and new friends. There is a good chance that these new characters will also play a part in Frozen 3. Firstly, there is the curious Queen Disa, who approaches everything in an extremely scientific manner. Lord Wolfgang is the nephew of the Duke of Wesselton and is very helpful. There are also two magpies called Astrid and Magnus, who are anything but ordinary. The podcast started in October 2023, and new episodes are being released weekly. We are certain that the new characters will also be properly introduced in the feature film. The movie is still in the early stages of production, but one major change is already known. Jennifer Lee, the screenwriter and director of the first two movies, will no longer be taking on these duties, and it remains a secret who will take her place. But she will surely not be leaving completely. As Disney's chief creative officer, she will probably take on an advisory role. She's already expressed her excitement about the current status of the movie to the press. There is still no official release date for Frozen 3, but there are many signs that the movie will be released in November 2025. Part 1 was released in theaters in November 2013. Part 2 came 6 years later in November 2019. Another 6 years later, we end up in November 2025. The timing would thus not only be traditional, but it would also fit perfectly. Early production is already in progress, and the movie would therefore still have about 2 years left until release. Besides, late fall is the ideal time to get into the Christmas spirit with the wintry Snow Queen. One thing is clear, Frozen 3 is highly anticipated and is bound to be another big hit at the box office. What do you think of the movie series? Is Frozen delivering exactly what you expect from Disney movies? Or would you prefer a different approach to animated films? Let us know your views in the comments.